The Kansas City Chiefs have cemented themselves as the benchmark of enduring dominance in the modern NFL era. But as the 2025 season approaches, even the most formidable dynasties aren't exempt from the relentless pressures of roster sustainability. Behind every shimmering Lombardi trophy and confetti-soaked parade lies a front office wrestling with harsh deadlines, escalating salary cap constraints, and the agonizing decisions required to fortify a franchise built around a once-in-a-generation quarterback. With cornerstone players nearing lucrative extensions, aging veterans entering the twilight of their careers, and intriguing opportunities arising across the league, Kansas City now stands at a pivotal crossroads, one that could define the next decade at Arrowhead. Nothing is assured. Not another Super Bowl bid, not the locker room's unity, not even coaching continuity. As negotiations heat up behind closed doors, a series of high-stakes questions demand swift and strategic resolution. Can the Chiefs secure a rising superstar in the secondary before the market erupts? Will they invest heavily in bolstering the trenches, even at a record-setting price? Could a bold, controversial trade redefine the AFC power hierarchy or shatter it altogether? What unfolds next will either reinforce the dynasty's foundations or mark the beginning of its gradual erosion. Let's dissect the latest developments out of Kansas City. But first, if you're enjoying this kind of breakdown, hit that like button. It means the world to us. Thanks for being part of this incredible football community. Chiefs prioritize long-term contracts for young core. The Chiefs are currently engaged in pivotal talks to lock in several emerging stars with long-term deals, and topping that list is elite cornerback Trent McDuffie. On July 1st, Arrowhead Pride analyst Rohan Chakravarthy released a detailed breakdown of comparable defensive back contracts across the NFL and offered a forward-thinking projection for McDuffie's extension. He emphasized the rapidly escalating cornerback market, noting that the Chiefs would be wise to act swiftly if they envision McDuffie as a centerpiece of their defensive future. Chakravarthy forecasted a 3-year, $97 million extension featuring a whopping $80 million in fully guaranteed money. The complication: McDuffie still has the 2025 season remaining under his rookie deal, along with a 5th-year team option for 2026. Factoring in those existing obligations, the new contract structure would yield a total compensation package worth approximately $113.20 million. This mirrors the framework of Derek Stingley Jr.'s recent extension, which also included 2 rookie-scale years plus a lucrative 3-year add-on. Although McDuffie's projected new money average comes out to $32.33 million annually, when blended with the remainder of his rookie deal, the effective yearly average drops closer to $22.648 million. A palatable number for a team aiming to retain elite defensive talent without obliterating their cap space. NFL's outdated rules undervalue elite performers like McDuffie. One bizarre wrinkle in the league's compensation structure further complicates matters. The NFL's 5th-year option formula rewards players based on Pro Bowl selections, not All-Pro accolades, an outdated metric that undervalues players like McDuffie, who's earned both first and second team All-Pro honors without a single Pro Bowl nod. This loophole has artificially suppressed the value of McDuffie's 2026 option year. Awarding him a long-term extension would not only solidify Kansas City's future in the secondary, but also serve as a symbolic correction to this flawed valuation system. McDuffie is a rare breed, a 5th-year eligible defensive back with legitimate All-Pro pedigree, but no Pro Bowl validation, highlighting just how critical it is for the Chiefs to strike while his market value remains favorable. Durability, age, and legacy. Why McDuffie? Sneed. When compared to former Chiefs cornerback L'Jarius Sneed, the reasons for Kansas City's long-term confidence in McDuffie become even clearer. Aside from a 6-game absence during his rookie year, McDuffie has been a model of durability, starting 16 games in both 2023 and 2024, while also appearing in 10 postseason matchups across 3 seasons. Still only 24 years old, he offers prime longevity and reliability. Snead, on the other hand, though similarly versatile, was 27 at the time of his trade and came with more wear and tear. Kansas City's bet on youth and availability was immediately vindicated. Snead played just 5 games for the Titans in 2024 before suffering yet another injury. That gamble reinforced the front office's faith in McDuffie's long-term upside and consistent presence on the field. The Kansas City Chiefs returned to the gridiron on Friday for day 9 of training camp, re-energized after a well-earned rest day on Thursday. What unfolded during this pivotal practice didn't just make waves, it sent shockwaves rippling through the organization and electrified the fan base. With players back in full pads and benefiting from a refreshing cold front that swept across the Midwest, the Chiefs delivered a session that unveiled stunning revelations about the evolving 2025 roster and spotlighted several jaw-dropping performances from some truly unexpected contributors. Several notable absences instantly raised eyebrows among coaches, reporters, and fans closely tracking the team's progression. Wideouts Hollywood Brown and Skyy Moore were conspicuously missing from on-field action, joining safety Deion Bush, tight end Jake Briningstool, and cornerback Christian Fulton on the sideline, but their absence paved the way for lesser-known names to step into the spotlight and seize the moment. The most riveting revelation, the Chiefs' running back hierarchy has crystallized, and it could redefine how Kansas City attacks defenses in 2025. Head coach Andy Reid, a mastermind revered league-wide for his tactical brilliance and his ability to maximize individual talent, appears to have crafted a backfield rotation that highlights the sheer depth, versatility, and explosiveness of this year's offensive unit. While Reid is notorious for frequently shuffling personnel groupings to evaluate chemistry and versatility, the consistency in the running back rotations has painted a compelling picture. And that picture suggests a strategic offensive shift that may catch many opponents off guard. Isaiah Pacheco remains firmly entrenched as the bell cow in the Chiefs' dynamic backfield. His trademark speed, power, and vision continue to make him a cornerstone of the offense. But the real shocker has been the rapid emergence of Kareem Hunt, who has firmly reestablished himself as a legitimate co-lead in the rotation. Both backs received virtually equal first-team reps on Friday, a development that speaks volumes. Hunt's ability to swiftly reintegrate into a Kansas City scheme that's evolved significantly since his first stint is a testament to his football IQ, physical readiness, and relentless drive. This nearly even distribution of snaps has fueled speculation about how Reid plans to deploy both stars during the regular season. It appears the Chiefs are embracing a dual back strategy, leveraging Pacheco's home run explosiveness alongside Hunt's veteran savvy, soft hands in the passing game, and elite blocking acumen. Together, they form a thunder and lightning tandem capable of wreaking havoc on opposing defenses. Behind the top duo, Elijah Mitchell has carved out a stronghold on the second team role. His dependability, execution, and mastery of the playbook have clearly impressed the coaching staff. Mitchell's rise speaks to his preparation, stamina, and adaptability within Reid's intricate offense. Perhaps the most intriguing wrinkle in the rotation is the usage of rookie Brashard Smith. Though officially slotted in with the third-team backs, Smith has been receiving substantial first-team reps, not as a runner, but as a receiver. His deployment as a hybrid weapon signals the Chiefs' innovative intent to create matchup nightmares and unleash exotic offensive packages that stretch defenses to their breaking point. Smith's ability to line up in the backfield or spread out wide gives Kansas City an offensive chess piece and hints at the type of creative schemes Reid may unveil this fall. Meanwhile, Carson Steele has been splitting time between the third and fourth team offenses. Though his path to a roster spot is uncertain, His blend of fullback functionality, positional flexibility, and special teams utility make him an underrated asset worth keeping an eye on. Should the team opt to carry 4 backs, he could be a dark horse. If not, he may be the unfortunate odd man out. Linebacker revelation Jeffrey Bassa stuns coaching staff. While the running back room dominated headlines, Friday's session also produced a seismic defensive breakthrough that could alter the trajectory of the Chiefs' long-term planning. Rookie linebacker Jeffrey Bassa, one of the least hyped members of the 2025 draft class, exploded onto the scene with a performance that left coaches stunned and teammates raving. Initially viewed as a special teams project with developmental upside, Bassa entered training camp with modest expectations. But as camp has progressed, he's flashed elite instincts and defensive acumen, culminating in a jaw-dropping play during Friday's full-speed 7-on-7 drills. Bassa read quarterback Bailey Zapp like a book, broke with lightning precision on the intended route, and secured a highlight reel interception that was anything but a fluke. Jeffrey Bassa may have just altered the trajectory of Kansas City's defensive future. The overlooked rookie linebacker, initially pegged as a special teams contributor, has now positioned himself to potentially step into a starting caliber role by 2026, offering the Chiefs exceptional value and long-term continuity at one of the game's most critical defensive positions. Even more encouraging, Bassa appears to be fully recovered from the ankle injury sustained earlier in the week during Tuesday's session. In a league where training camp injuries often derail development, Bassa's rapid rebound and immediate return to elite form underscore not only his physical resilience, but also his mental toughness, 2 traits that coaching staffs covet in young defenders. And while the linebacker buzz lit up the defensive side of the field, the offense delivered another major twist. Tight end shakeup, Tanyan rises, competition falters, while Travis Kelce remains the indisputable titan of the tight end room, and Noah Gray has cemented his role as a reliable number 2, the battle for TE3 has taken a fascinating turn, with Robert Tonyan now surging ahead as the front runner. Tonyan has consistently outshined his competitors, providing a level of consistency and trustworthiness that coaches crave in pivotal moments. His performance during Friday's padded session was a microcosm of his stellar camp, highlighted by a standout reception from Patrick Mahomes over the middle, showcasing his secure hands and poise in tight coverage. A 9-year NFL veteran, Tonyan brings with him a wealth of experience and a resume that includes a standout 2020 campaign during which he tied Travis Kelce for the most touchdown receptions among all tight ends in the league. That level of proven high-pressure production makes him an invaluable insurance policy and a dangerous weapon for a team with Super Bowl aspirations. His rise is all the more significant given the struggles of his closest challengers. Jake Briningstool, hampered by his absence from recent practices, has lost crucial developmental reps. Meanwhile, Jared Wiley has endured a quiet camp that has failed to match the buzz surrounding his offseason growth. In this context, Tonyan's veteran savvy and steady output have forged a clear path toward a roster spot and a potentially meaningful role in Andy Reid's offensive blueprint. Trenches tested. Kingsley Suamataia versus Chris Jones. Meanwhile, in the trenches, an epic battle continues to brew between second-year lineman Kingsley Suamataia and all-pro defensive wrecking ball Chris Jones. Suamataia, tasked with transitioning to left guard after a rocky rookie campaign at tackle, has been given every opportunity to claim the starting role, and Friday's practice intensified that pressure. The daily duels between Suamataia and Jones epitomize the concept of iron sharpening iron. Few players in the league can challenge a lineman's technique, leverage, and mental composure the way Chris Jones can, and he proved it again on Friday by completely overpowering Suamataia in a memorable rep during 11-on-11 drills. Still, it wasn't all one-sided. Head coach Andy Reid specifically praised Swamataya for positive reps against Jones, signaling that the young lineman is not only holding his own but evolving through adversity. It's a classic trial by fire development path, and Swamataya's progression will be pivotal in determining the stability of Kansas City's interior offensive line. Cool front, hot reps. Ideal practice conditions spark competition. Friday's training session also benefited from an unexpected ally, the weather. A cool front that rolled through the Midwest provided a much-needed break from the suffocating heat of early camp, allowing players to maximize effort, execution, and energy without the added burden of extreme temperatures. These cooler conditions were tailor-made for intense 11-on-11 and 7-on-7 drills, the backbone of training camp evaluation. With energy levels sustained throughout, the competition was fierce, and the coaching staff gained clearer insights into who's rising and who's falling across position groups. Andy Reid and his staff have repeatedly emphasized the importance of capitalizing on every practice rep, and Friday's session embodied that mantra perfectly. With several key contributors sidelined, doors swung open for others to make noise, and many answered the call. The blueprint: depth, development, dominance. Everything that unfolded on Friday speaks to the core DNA of the Kansas City Chiefs dynasty. Championship-level depth, elite player development, and the capacity to extract maximum value from every asset, rookie or veteran. The Clarify running back rotation provides offensive coordinator Matt Nagy with dynamic flexibility, allowing him to craft custom packages and keep key players fresh throughout the season. Thank you guys. See you next video.